Another recent viewing of mine on Netflix, The Crow, from 1994, starring Brandon Lee. Now, I think that the love this movie gets, let's be honest, is because Brandon Lee died. And that's unfortunate because this was probably going to be his big star-making role right here. They're probably going to shell out the Crows left and right, especially given that this made $140 million in 94 money. And anytime anybody says anything about Chris Tucker, they talk about the heaps of money that Rush Hour made when it made $140 million also. But in 1997 currency, I believe, 97. So anyhow, you got this guy, Eric Draven, I believe. He's been murdered. He was like a guitarist in a rock band. I don't know what time period this takes place, kind of early 90s noirish with industrial rock prevalent. So it's got that going for it, I guess. Anyhow, he's killed. Wife or girlfriend, soon-to-be wife, dies. Raped and murdered. You get this framing voiceover from this girl who they knew, who honestly could have just stayed the hell out of the picture. I'm not saying she's a bad actress, I'm saying the character was rather pointless. So, there's that going on. But, he just comes back to life like a year after he was murdered, randomly. The girl's talking about this crow takes her soul to the afterlife. But sometimes, it comes back, or let's get revenge. It's like, well, why did it wait a year? How come when he comes back, comes climbing out of his grave, how come his place hasn't been sold or anything? So he gets all the stuff. There's some flashy editing. This is from director Alex. Can't pronounce her last name, but I did a little review rant on another one of your movies. Dark City. About to say title eludes me. But yeah, there's some flashy editing. Some of the effects don't work. Some of them are a little too ambitious for their day. Like the part where the helicopter's chasing Eric. Doesn't look so good. You know, storyboard, that looks great. Today, you can pull off the composite a lot better. There's a lot of miniature composites in this. And I'm not saying anything bad about the miniatures. But the composite, it gives you that weird hue and outline that you expect out of analog composite technology of the day. So that's going on. He just goes and gets simple revenge on everybody. The fights aren't amazing. Hell, you remember the TV spot, him catching the knife, like that? That's like the signature moment of the movie right there. That's the first guy he kills. Then he's actually murdered in reality, because I believe the guy working the guns, I think he had blanks in there, but there was like a leftover bullet of some kind, like in the gun. The blank hit it, he killed him. I think this came about during a scene where he's standing on a table in front of all the gangsters and gets mowed down. The guy he's after is the guy with the real gravelly voice. Hell, I can't even do it. He's got smoker voice times 1,000. His name's Top Dollar. I mean, the bad guys, they have interesting names, but they don't do anything to differentiate themselves. They're all like murderous gangster scoundrels. They've got some operation where they burn, they like set fires every year on Halloween or some shit. And they try to force poor people out of their poor apartments. Like, it's not a great operation. I know this is based on some kind of like comic book graphic novel. It's not like a super well-known one. It's not one I'm real aware of. I think it took place in the late 80s, like in its time. And this is like one of the most 90 movies out there. Guitarist comes back to life and kills people. 90s. It's all right. I like Brandon Lee in it. I like the ambitious nature, but not necessarily successful direction. I like the art design. You know, production design's fine. I'm just saying that this movie is a 2.5 out of 4-star film. Anybody who says otherwise is beating the nostalgia drum.